Hello friends, I'm here with a new interesting series for you guys named Eyebrows in the Dark Night. So let's quickly move towards the first episode of this series. At the beginning of the episode, we see our male lead Shoes, who was flying a helicopter and talking to someone on the call, saying that I am about to reach my target. Those people were also telling him to be careful, that this time's match is very dangerous. Many people have already died, but Shoes said that this is important for me. No matter how dangerous the match is, I will watch it. On the other hand, we are shown a crowd of some goons, and here our female lead Venji was also brought with her hands tied, who was very scared. In a short while, the leader of those goons, Mr. Jaw, also came and sat in front of Venji, and he tells everyone that whoever wins today's fight, this girl will be given to him as a gift. As soon as he said this, some goons start fighting among themselves. Then one of Mr. Jaw's men told him that outside we have seen a boy he is caught, and Mr. Jaw asks to bring him inside. That boy is none other than Shu Jung. Here, in the fight between the goons, one boy had almost won by defeating everyone. Along with getting the monetary reward, he will also get this beautiful girl. But before that, Shoes comes in front to fight him. A fierce fight starts between the two. But Shoes was not an ordinary person whom anyone can defeat easily. He was not letting that goon attack him even once. Mr. Jaw gets very impressed and asks who is this boy. His man tells him that he has heard that he is a professional soldier of a foreign country. Mr. Jaw also understands that this is not an ordinary boy. By then, Shoes had defeated that goon, and coming in front of Mr. Jaw, he says that now I want my price, the amount of money you had invested for this match. Mr. Jaw says that why are you in such a hurry? First take a look at your gift, i.e. Wunji. As long as you spend time with her in the room, you will get your money too. Hearing this, Shuj looks at Wunji indifferently and says that this idea is not bad, and then extends his hand towards her, while she was still very scared. With this, we are shown a scene 3 hours before the flashback where a girl extended her hand towards Wunji and says that please save me, some goons are chasing me, on which Wunji also vowed to help her and says that you don't worry, I will call the police right now. Then as soon as he took out his mobile, that girl picks up his phone. Here, Wunji understood and tells her that you are also involved with those boys. The girl said that sorry, but to save myself, I will have to give them a girl in my replacement. Those people also caught her and brought her. In the present, she was thinking, seeing Shu Jang's moving hand, that she doesn't know where this hand will take me. But anyway, she also extends her hand forward. Shuj, without caring about her emotions, lifts her on his shoulder and starts taking her to the room, while Wunji is asking her to get down. Mr. Jaw also sends his men behind her to keep an eye on her until we get to know her well. In the room, Shu Zhan was telling Wunji to save her energy as we have to spend a lot of time together. Hearing this, the guards also went out. After they left, he brought Wunji to the wall and asked her why she was not shouting. She said, because you were the one who told me to save my energy. Shu Zhan was very cold-hearted. He said, good. Keep this attitude of yours. Saying this, he started going closer to her. Here, Wunji said, please leave me. I am ready to do whatever you say. In response to this, Shu Zhan said that now when I have come so close to you, why do you think that I will leave you? Saying this, he takes off Wunji's sandals, and then he himself picked her up and brought her to the washroom. She was still nervous that what is this boy going to do? Shu Zhan first applied a shower on her legs. He gives it to her and then turns her around and makes her face the window and slowly tells her that you can see those people, they're keeping an eye on us, if you want both of us to get out of here alive, then you will have to cooperate with me. Venji had to cooperate with him even though he didn't want to. And Shoes also picked her up and brought her to the bed, but still she did not let him come close to her and was trying to go as far away as she could while Shoes tied her hands so that she does not mess up the plan. On the other hand, the goons who were watching them from outside talked among themselves and said that everything is going on set, so why not send this message to their leader? After saying this, they left. Here Shoes was applying ointment on Wonji's wound, and when Wonji saw that no one was there, she told him to untie my hands as those people had gone. Xu Jing also untied his hands and got down from the bed. When Wonji asked him why were you just pretending, he said because this is my job. I work for a private security company. Your family has hired me. Hearing this, she said how will we go out of here, and he said that right now I myself do not know, but you should know one thing very well, that until we leave from here, you will have to follow everything I say, and then he immediately comes and makes him wear his shoes. Venji doesn't understand whether this boy is rude or gentle, but for now she will have to live with him. On the other hand, when Mr. Jia heard their message, he said that he liked the fair attitude of this boy. He seems to be a very useful boy. Shoes and Venji were thinking of leaving from there, but the guards stopped them, on which Venji said that you people are very slow in counting the money, so transfer it to my account only. The guards told that no one can go out from here without the permission of Mr. Jia, on which Sujin says, but my prisoner has to go home, so don't block my way unnecessarily and transfer whatever money is there to my account. Saying this, he started to leave, but now the beating starts. They thought that he is the only person. And we thought that we would have scared him easily, but nothing like that happened. On the contrary, Shu scared those people. He did not let any of those people attack him, but at the same time he was also protecting Venji. As soon as someone was about to attack him, he immediately came in front of him. Now the alarm started ringing in the entire secret base, and all the soldiers became alert. When he came to the room and saw that both of them had run away, he immediately gave a signal to everyone to find them. Xu Zhen had also understood that getting out of here is not an easy task. During this, Venji was very scared, but Xu Zhen calmed her down and said that you don't worry, as long as I am with you, nothing will happen to you. Hold this walkie-talkie in your hand, do exactly what I tell you to do. At first, Venji was feeling very scared, but finally she agreed to him. Actually, Shoes was trying to deceive the people coming near him. As soon as those people started coming closer to him after hearing the sound of the walkie-talkie, so Xu Jing attacked them from behind. After this he was telling Wonji by gesturing that I will count to 5 and fire a shot, and at that time you should turn and come towards me. After which Wonji also does the same. On hearing the sound of the fire, she immediately ran towards Xu Jing and he picks her up with one hand. After which he starts taking her out, saying that this is a good chance for us to escape from here, but unfortunately both of them got caught. On top of that, Mr. Jia was laughing and saying that you forgot to take your money with you. I have doubled it for you. Xu Jing also takes Wonji down and gives her a hand up. Mr. Jia was telling her that for 6 months you will have to stay here with me and work for me. After that you can leave if you want. In response to this, Xu Jing said that okay, anyway I have no other way, but let this girl go so that she can send a message. For me, Mr. Jia was not that stupid. He says that if this girl goes and tells the police, then I will be shocked. So we cannot let her go either. Yes, but from today onwards this girl will only serve you. Hearing this, now Xu Jing took Wonji's hand and took her with him, while here Mr. Jia tells his man to keep an eye on her. Still we cannot say anything about what this boy is going to do. There Xu Jing came and lay down in the room, on which Wonji started asking that you still need to sleep. In response he said that do we have any way to go out from here? If yes, then you tell me. After which Wonji said that if you sleep on the bed, then where will I sleep? Anna said that you are definitely going to share the bed with me, otherwise go to the sofa. On this Wonji gets angry that I am your client, so I should get the bed, but now she takes Sarana to the sofa. After lying there for a while she says that no, I am not able to sleep here, so I should get the bed. After saying which she came back to Xu Jing, seeing her sleeping, Wonji was trying to touch her. She suddenly opened her eyes, which was quite shocking for her. He scares her more. He asks her why she was not sleeping. When she started to leave, he held her hand and directly took her to the bed and then immediately started kissing her. Venji was trying to save herself and in the process, he slapped her hard. With this, our first episode ends here. Hello friends, let's move on to the second episode of this series. The episode starts with the same scene where Shoes was forcefully kissing Venji, and in return, Venji slapped him hard. Then only his eyes opened from sleep and he saw that all this was just a dream, but he had really slapped her. On the other hand, Jing also started saying that this is how you will reward me for helping me so much. Wenji immediately apologized that I saw in my dream that a pig is biting me, and he said that now get ready quickly. We have to have breakfast with Mr. Jia. In the next scene, Wenji wore a sleeveless dress but she did not feel comfortable in it, so she called out to the Shoes standing behind her and said that please give me a shirt from behind, I am not feeling comfortable in it, while he again came close to her behaving mysteriously and even touched her from the backside. The way he was touching her neck, Venji found it very strange and asked what are you doing, but he asked her to be quiet. Then he gave her a strong slap saying that we both have spent the night together. At least some proof of this should be visible. Wenji said that if this is the case then I will do it myself, after which she herself took off her body. She makes marks on the body of Venji, but at the same time she caught Sujin's hand and hit it hard saying that if there can be marks on my body then why not on your body. By then there was a knock on the door from the other side. It was Mr. Jia and he was asking both of them to come out. Even he was ready with his gun because he still did not trust Shujan completely. But by then Shujan opened the door and asked him to come inside. After coming inside, when he saw the marks on Venji's body and the messed up condition of the room, he understood that he was doubting both of them for no reason. Both of them also after spending love in front of him, love blossomed between them. Well, Mr. Jaya asked both of them to go for breakfast saying that after that we have to meet an important client too. In the next scene that important client Mr. Bia had arrived who is going to have sex with Mr. Jia. He needs this place for his business. I liked it very much and he said that I will visit it properly, and after saying this he went ahead. And here Mr. Jia tells Shoes that from now on you will handle deliveries with this client. To which she did not say anything with her mouth but nods her head and says okay. In the next scene, Wenji is shown today. After so many days she came out of the dark room and saw light. She is enjoying her own company, but during this time she caught the eye of Mr. Biao. Here Mr. Jia was talking to Xu Zheng and asking how he felt staying at our base. Then suddenly he got a call from Mr. Biao saying that I liked a girl at your base very much. Mr. Jia said that why do you worry? Take whatever you like at our base, it is yours. But here when Shoes heard him, he immediately leaves from there. He went out to find Wenji, but he did not see her anywhere, so he opened the camera recordings, which revealed that Mr. Biao has taken her with him. Mr. Jaya was also surprised that that donkey also liked the same girl. While Shojan angrily asks him to give the car keys, to which he quickly gave them. After that he was driving at full speed without caring for his life so that he could quickly take a shortcut and come in front of them, and Mr. Bia could not harm that girl. When Wen regained consciousness and saw herself with someone else, she started screaming. While Mr. Bia was asking her to turn down her voice, Shu stopped the car in front of them and immediately came out of his car and stood in front of her and asked her to get down from the car. When Mr. Bia did not listen to him, he took out his gun. Seeing this, he immediately came out. When Wenji also saw him, she immediately came out of her car and quickly went and sat in Shu's car. Mr. Biao was saying that did Mr. Jia not tell you about your work? Jing said that he did tell, but right now I have not come here for work. After this he takes Wenji with him. While Mr. Biao could not tolerate this, he also quickly got in the car and started chasing him, thinking how can this ordinary boy misbehave with me so much, but for Xu Zhen, dealing with people like him was not a big deal. He dodged him and parked his car on the side and caused an accident, after which he reached a deserted street. Here Wenji started asking him that today you saved my life again, to which he said that I am just doing my duty. There is nothing more than this, and this is also a chance for us to escape from here. But then both of them saw that there is a GPS tracker installed in their car, which means that these people are still under the watch of Mr. Jia. Those people had also reached here, slowly started moving towards their car. They also did not have much time to find an excuse, But when they reached close to it, they saw that both of them were romancing. Mr. Jo felt very strange. He says that, "Hey, you both started in the car too." To which Shu Jen said that, "I was just checking whether my girlfriend is fine or not, Mr. Jo." Now what should he do with both of them? He clearly says that, "Okay, when this romance of both of you ends, then go and apologize to Mr. Biao." Saying this, he left and both of them also relax a bit. In the next scene, Mr. Jaya was calling Mr. Biao and telling him that it is your bad luck that you like the same girl who is the girlfriend of one of my men, but it does not matter. Apart from this, I can give you 10 more girls. What do you say? You should not get angry now. While Mr. Biao did not agree to this also, he says that, "I want profit of 70% in the money, whereas yours will be only 30%. Hearing this, Mr. Jo got very angry, but still he says that it is okay. At the same time, he hit the churi, crush, that was in his hand on his face with force, due to which he got badly injured, and Mr. Jo, coming close to him, says that your hunger is increasing day by day, so it was my duty to feed you properly. On the other hand, Wonji was very scared after seeing all this, while Mr. Jo gave him one of his girls. He asked the man to come near him and put a bangle in his hand, saying that he should prove his loyalty by killing him right now, but the boy was very nervous, and finally he said that, "I have never killed anyone. I will not be able to do this," hearing which Mr. Jo killed him immediately. Now Wonji was even more scared, but Mr. Jo's eyes were now fixed on Sujin. He says that, "Do you want to kill him?" He starts moving forward quickly, but Wonji stops him, saying, "No, please, we have come here to make peace. You cannot kill anyone." In response to this, he said, "But Mr. Jo wants to kill me, and anyway, when we are alive, then what do we have to do with the rest of the people? My love, you don't be afraid. This world is like this." After which he started moving towards Mr. Bayor in a very open manner. He also picks up the bangle in his hand and tied a cloth on his mouth. Without thinking anything, he cut his neck in one go and then pushed him into the water. Mr. J was very happy to see his bravery and said that, "This is what I was expecting from you." But when he came to Wenj started beating him and said that, "You are mad. You cannot be a human being. You must be an animal." In return, he said that, "I have always been like this. Did you get to know today?" On the other hand, Mr. Jo started saying that, "Do you need our help to convince your girlfriend?" In response, Shoes said that, "I can solve my problems myself. I do not need anyone's help in this." After which Mr. Jo left from there, saying that, "We are leaving the car for you." After his departure, Wonji saw his cut hand and asked that, "You did not kill Mr. Bo, right?" Along with this, we were shown a flashback scene. Shoes had asked Mr. Bo to remain silent, after which he cuts his hand with a knife, whereas here Mr. Bo was still alive. In the next scene, Sejin says that before Mr. Jo comes to know that Mr. Bo is still alive, we have to do anything and get out of here as soon as possible. Wonji was worried about his hand. She wanted to cut it and apply something on his wound, while he said that, "You should not pity me." Wonji asked that, "Do you always refuse such help?" He did not give any answer to this, but he said that, "Remember, I am just performing my duties. Do you ever have any feelings for me in your heart?" He also became speechless. In the next scene, Mr. Jo is shown, who tells his men that Shu Jenk is now one of us, midget. There is no need to keep an eye on him, leave him free. But still, I am not able to understand one thing, that after spending only a few days with that girl, why is he risking his life for her? Then a girl came to Mr. Jo. She says that, "I can find out for you that he has become your loyal. Is he still trying to cheat you?" Mr. Jo also gave her permission, and with this our episode also ended. Hello friends. Let's move forward in this series. If you like the video, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. In the beginning of the episode, Shojan was training some boys. Then he says to Wenj that, "Come here, I will teach you some moves too." But here both of them become romantic, whereas this was also a part of their plan. Then from the other side, Mr. Jo came with his daughter, whom we were thinking to be his girlfriend. That girl comes close to quarrying and tells him that, "You are looking very handsome," and then she started telling her dad, Mr. Jo, that, "Just make her my bodyguard." Mr. Jo told that, "She is my daughter. From today onwards you will have to protect her," and he said that, "No issue. She should not have any issue with my girlfriend being around me." In the next scene, Quarry had come for shopping. On some pretext, she started telling Shuzhen that why don't you help me in selecting dresses. He gives her some dresses without seeing them, saying that these will suit you, which she went inside to wear. The shop servant asked Wenj to try a dress too, whereas Shuzhen said that she is his daughter, but Shuzhen said that she is not his girlfriend, but Shuzhen said that she is his daughter. Coming close to her, he says that this is my assistant Ran, go with him, he will help you to escape from here. Fenj said, but what about you? He said that don't worry about me, just go from here. Even though she did not want to go, she had to go. By then, Kia comes out, who was asking that where did your girlfriend go? Did you send her intentionally so that we both can spend time together? Then you have to make me happy before my dad comes. On the other hand, Ren makes Wonji sit in the car with him. But then he saw that Mr. Jia and his men had come from the front because they have come to know about Wonji's whereabouts. Mr. Jia was saying that surely Shujing must have helped that girl to escape from here. Today he is not going to be saved. Wonji also heard this. On the other hand, Kia was asking Shujing to come into a relationship with her, for which he clearly refused, but today he wants to end it here. Before this, Mr. Jia came inside, which Shujing had not expected, and started questioning him. Mr. Jia was asking where did your girlfriend go, and he had kept a gun ready to shoot her when Wenzi came out of the changing room and stood in front of Shoes and asked how I was looking. Shoes had not expected her return, and he lifted her on his shoulder in front of everyone and took her back inside the changing room. All of them were surprised. Choir said, how can these two be so bold? To which Mr. Jia said that I myself am surprised how these two fell in love with each other so soon. Mr. Jia wanted to shoot him to be on the safe side, but here Choir said, why don't you make him your son-in-law? Mr. Jia said, did you like this boy? And Shoes was asking her, why did you need to come back? She said, because I did not want to leave you alone, and she said that I had told you that you should not have any feelings for me in your heart. Awanji also replied, well, that don't be too happy, but Shuj said that beware if you do anything without my permission in future. Then after this the scene of the party was shown. Mr. Jia makes his two brave soldiers friends and says that from today onwards you both should live like brothers, but Kia had some other intentions. She mixes drugs in the drink of Wonji with that boy, but fortunately that drink was drunk by Shujung. He told Wonji to go to his room and said that he will be coming in the room after some time because he wanted to protect her. In the next scene Shujung had become very drunk, but he had also drunk the drink with drugs, so he was not in his senses at all. During this time a man intentionally brought her to Kia's room, which was Kia's plan. Wobi gets romantic with him and says that if you want to stay alive then you will have to make me happy. He was asking her to stay away from him, but Kia wants to succeed in his purpose. On the other hand, Wonji, it was shown that the boy was also brought to her room to force himself on her. But Venci kicked him in a secret place and immediately ran out of there. Here, in Choir's room, she was asking her to leave Susan. Keith Choir comes to her and says that he is just a boy. Why are you creating so much trouble for him? While Venci came to Shujing and tried to make him conscious. Finally, she wanted to make him drink water by putting it in her mouth, but before that, Shuj caught him and started kissing him. He also did not kiss himself because Choir was watching both of them. After Choir left from there, Shuj said that take me to get a cold drink before I lose my control. In the next scene, when he regained consciousness, he was telling Venci that Run must have killed the security guards at the gate. He will also open the gate for us. Come, we should leave from here quickly. On the other side, Farron was shown. He had done his work and also opened the gate for both of them, but suddenly Farron left. Some more people reached there and he was about to be caught. Shoes and Venge also reached outside, but then they saw the run signal that there is danger outside. Venge immediately ties her hands and tells him that you should make an excuse that I was running and you caught me, or on hearing this, now even Xing does the same. In the next scene, Mr. Jia was scolding Venge that you are not acting too clever. Shoes also comes close to her to show everything real and says to her that how dare you go away from me. Even he picked her up and brought her to the bed in his room so that everyone feels that I am bullying her, and everyone else was also keeping an eye on both of them. Both of them were also trying to show everything real inside the room. Finally Xing said that I think we have fooled these people. In the next scene, Mr. Jia called him to him and showing a packet says that you have to deliver this to someone. When Shoes opened it and saw, it had all the details of Shoes. Seeing this, he said, "Finally you got my real identity out, that I am a boy doing a small job, but I like such small jobs only." Mr. Jia started saying that if you leave this job and start working with me, then you can earn a lot of money. If you do not accept this offer, then your girlfriend's life can also be in danger. When Shoes saw Wonji in their clutches, he started saying that you are giving me such a good offer, then why would I not accept it? After which Mr. Jia gave him a profile that this boy is trying to take away my business. I want you to finish him off in the same way as you did with Mr. Biao. Xu Zheng set out to complete his task while looking at Wanxi. In the next scene, we are shown that boy Ling Wan, who was the target of these people. Xu first kept looking at him carefully and then started attacking him in broad daylight. On the other hand, Wonji was shown that those boys were taking him somewhere with them. Then a heavy vehicle came in front of their car. Vehicle came and stopped there, to see which both the boys got down, and here Wonji saw Rabbit Run written on the car, which Shoes had pointed out to her while leaving. Now she immediately comes to the driving seat and starts driving the car. Then Mr. Jia also got the news. He says that catch this girl at any cost because Shoes will definitely come to save her. After that Wonji was trying her best to escape from there, but those people were also chasing her in the cars. Finally Mr. Jia saw her and, seeing her coming from the front, he attacks her, but at the last moment Shoes came and dismissed his attack. Wonji was very scared. But now she realized that nothing can happen to her as long as Shuj is there. This time she was looking at Shuj. Believe it or not, the way she was looking at Shuj, she had a feeling in her heart for this. The police also reached from the feelingless side to catch Mr. Jia and his men. In the next scene, Xu Jing tells Wonji that the police has caught Mr. Jia and taken him away. Now you sign this service file that I have completed my mission well. When Wonji opened the file and saw it, she said, "That's so much money, this is more than my sister's 2 years' salary, can you give us some discount?" She was asking with so much love, how could Xu Jing refuse her? He says that I need a female partner for my next task. If you help me, then I will give you a discount. In the next scene we were shown that task where Wonji became a nurse and Shuj became a doctor. The task was to take a grandfather out of the hospital safely. These people also do exactly the same because some of their own relatives wanted to kill them for the sake of property. But both of them were successful in their task. Suddenly seeing the guards coming inside, both of them started acting to get intimate, but in reality, both of them had come very close to each other. She was trying to be a tough guy, but now it was becoming difficult for him too. In the next scene, he told Venji that if you help me in one more task, I will give you a discount on 70. Venji also agreed to this, after which he was dancing with her and telling her that how you will have to take out the keys from the pocket of the client's husband while dancing with him. Here also he had come very close to Venji. Even then, Venji was ready to complete her feelings for him. While dancing with the client's husband, she takes out the key card from his pocket. By the time she realized this, she had reached Susan and the whole matter was taken care of by Shuji. In the next scene, Venji asks him if he is okay. He said that yes, I am fine. He also reads the contract that now you have got a discount of 70%, so we will make a new contract, but he kept Wonji's picture on the contract paper with him. Wonji also picks up a piece of that paper and tells him that this is my number. Whenever you come to China, do contact me, I will visit you in China. Hearing this, Xujing said that will it be only the two of us. Saying this he started to leave. Fancy stopped him by holding his hand. She says that please leave this job, your life is in danger in this, there are many other ways to earn money. Hearing this, Shoes brings her closer to himself. He was about to kiss her and when Wonji did not back off, he understood that she has started liking him. Then with a smile he leaves from there saying that don't forget to send me money. In the next scene, Wonji had returned to China from abroad. It has been 2 weeks since Shu's left, but till now she has not returned and made any contact. Even when Wonji wanted to call her, she is unable to find him, and neither is she able to contact him because she did not know anything about him. Her time passed in sadness and waiting for Shu Jun. The next scene is shown to us after 3 years. In the narrative voice, she tells that I want to go back to that peaceful life of mine, but I don't know why a voice comes from within me that it is over forever. Saying this, she meets with a terrible accident, and with this our episode also ended. Hello friends, let's move on to the 4th episode of this series. The episode starts with the same scene where the brakes of Wenji's car failed, and due to this she meets with an accident. The first thought that came to her was of Shu Jan when she met him for the first time. In the present, the psychologist asked her if she could see his face. Could she recognize him? Then Wenji told that even now his face is blurry for me. I cannot recognize him. On this, the psychologist said that Wenji asked that my lost memory is not affecting my daily routine. So can I rejoin my job? On which the psychologist said that yes, now you can rejoin. After this she was coming out and thinking that after 6 months today finally I am back to my routine life. On the other side we were shown Shojan, who along with coming to China, luckily came to Wonji's city, and now he has become a very big businessman. He was driving fast and was going somewhere in a hurry, when suddenly Wonji came in front of his car. Wonji also sits there out of fear. But unfortunately it was not Shujun's car but a taxi. She was also standing far away and could see her but could not see her face, and he passed by the side. After she left, Wonji also leaves from there. In the next scene, Shu came to a shop to buy something. Luckily, Wonji also reaches there, who was setting her hair in the mirror, and suddenly Shu was surprised to see her. He immediately remembered 3 years ago when Assistant Rain washed his clothes, but he did not check the pockets before washing. Due to getting washed in the clothes, the number which Wonji had given him got erased, and that is why he could never contact her, but today he does not want to let go of this opportunity. Fancy is not even able to recognize him, and she runs away from there giving him a smile. He also immediately came out after her, but by then she had gone and was nowhere to be seen. After that, when he was going to sit in the car, he saw Wonji sitting on the side, and he came close to her and extended his hand towards her, asking her what she was doing there. Seeing his hand, Wonji was remembering something or the other, but still she ignored him and gave him a nail which could damage the tire. Apart from this, she went from there without saying anything. Shoes was very surprised at this, but while leaving he saw Wonji's badge lying there, from which he came to know that Wonji was from the finance department of GE company. In the next scene, Ling was telling Wn that the girl whom you spent 3 years in finding works in the finance department of our company. This is a good thing, isn't it? Shu said yes, but I don't know why she was acting as if she was unable to recognize me. Ling started saying that I remember 3 years ago. Who did you call to save me and that girl? I had ditched Mr. Jo's men in a way, but still you could not call that girl. I have spent years with you, and I know how hard you worked to become the director of G Company. I think you should continue your hard work. Shu Jung said that I was fine with that job, only you begged me to join your company. After that Ling Wn said that at least you got that girl. Ask me. I have neither been able to meet my girlfriend for the last 6 months, nor am I able to contact her. My pain is still the same. In the next scene, Wonji had rejoined the job. The rest of the people welcome her, but she herself was very nervous. During this time she met Shujan, who was coming towards her saying that we are meeting after a long time. Wonji said that sorry, I did not recognize you. Do you also work in the same company? To which he said that what do you mean you did not recognize me? I was abroad 3 years ago. Still that girl is here, she says that sorry. I have lost some part of my memory in an accident 6 months ago. But I don't think I have ever been abroad. Shu Jung had gone very close to her saying that if you are not able to recognize me, then why are you getting so nervous? And she said because you have come so close to me. Hearing this, he also stepped back and introduced himself saying that I am the director of GE company. I may keep giving you troubles in the future too. Saying this, he left. Seeing him go, Wonji was thinking that maybe I should forget you. Because of the incident that happened with me abroad, I could not spend time with my sister Wan Hao. Through flashback, we see that after coming back from abroad, Wonji spent those 3 years with her sister. One day she was waiting for him standing on the road, but suddenly the brakes of Wan Hao's car failed and instead of stopping near Wonji, he met with an accident in which he lost his life. This happened to Wonji. It was a big shock for her. The car was also completely burnt in the accident, so it is difficult to find out whether it was a murder or a real accident. In the next scene, she was sitting alone and thinking that the way Nahao looked at me with painful eyes at that time, it cannot be an accident. On top of that, a person named V was threatening her in Nahao's phone that if she gave any evidence against him to the police, then something bad will happen to her. There were some other things too which Wonji was not able to clear, so she decided that from today onwards, she would go to her sister's office in her place, so that she could find out who the person named V is. That is why she also made an excuse of losing her memory. In the present, she says that to do all this, I had to break my entire connection with Wonji. Shu Zhenk, it seems that now you are living a good life, so it would be better if both of us move on. On the other side, another group of GE company was shown. Their leader was asking her whether it was confirmed or not. Van Her does not remember anything about 6 months ago because if she remembers then we are finished. The second member said that yes, this is sure because the psychologist has done the evaluation properly. Here the leader said that now we do not need to worry about her because now I have the right person to deal with her. Here Shu was checking Vanja's information and he came to know about Nahao. And he was very surprised that how can 2 girls look the same. The next scene was shown the next morning. The supervisor got angry and said that I have a meeting with you guys in the next 10 minutes. Because of you guys, our entire project got ruined. After he left, a colleague was asking how that don't you remember me, Yuan Kai? Do you remember today, 6 months ago, this girl Shishi and Shusha was forcibly trying to get that project reviewed by us, but it was good that we didn't do it. After Yuan Kai left from there, Shusha and Shishi also came to her and asked what Yuan Kai was saying to you. She didn't say anything, then both the girls said that stupid girl, don't you remember, 6 months ago, on the pretext of working with you, this boy was trying to harass you. Venci doesn't understand anything that whom to believe and whom not to believe. On top of that, she hasn't even met Pan Wei yet. Thinking this, she reached the elevator and suddenly Xu Xing was standing in front of her. Now she became even more worried that I will have to act again, lest he recognizes me. Ignoring him, she went and stood with him. He said that you can fool others but you cannot fool me. Saying this, he was coming close to her. Wenzi also knew Xu Zhen very well that he can do anything, so she immediately held his hand, but then she saw that he was talking on the phone. After that, more people enter the elevator. Due to the rush, Wenzi had gone very close to him. Then a girl clicked her picture and shared it in the group saying that only girls like her can woo any boy easily. In the meeting also, everyone was laughing after seeing that picture, while Wen Hu was not even let to know about it. After that, the meeting starts. And the supervisor asked for an explanation about that project. Then we see that Yuan Kai, Shusha, and Shishi teamed up and all the blame fell on poor Wenzi. Then she realized that she should not trust anyone. From the other side, Shud also reached there saying that the project owner had called again. On hearing this, both the girls started blaming Wan Hao even more that she does not do any work properly, she should only be wooed by boys. Look, this is her elevator picture today, how she is clinging to a man, he must be a bald and old man whom she must have wooed for money, otherwise just look at the brochure on her clothes, it cannot be of any common man, no one is giving Fanj a chance to speak and Shuj also kept listening to his bad words silently. Suddenly Shusha realized that why does this brochure look so familiar? Then she saw it on Shujin's clothes and immediately apologized to him. Shujin said that yes, the boy standing in this picture is me only. Don't worry about my age and I will take care of my hair so that I do not become bald. Yes, Miss Wonher did bump into me but she apologized to me. Lee, and secondly the project owner liked the project, so there is no need to blame anyone saying this. He left. Ven's also got some relief now, but all four of them get a message together that if Ven Hao leaves the finance department then you all will get whatever you want. Here when Venzi came out, then a boy suddenly caught her and asked her where she was. I was looking for you since so long. That boy is none other than Ling Wan. Seeing him, Wenji also remembered that Ling Wan is my sister's boyfriend. When he was asking her where she was for the last 6 months, Wenji told that I had an accident 6 months ago due to which I have lost some memory. I am sorry but I don't remember anything about us. Saying this she immediately ran away from there. Coming out she was thinking that earlier I was avoiding only Shu Sang but now I have to avoid this Ling Wan also. Then Yuan Kai came to her and asked her to go for dinner together. For this one who refused that by ditching me inside you supported those 2 girls and now you think that I will go for dinner with you. He started making thousands of excuses but she said that sorry my boyfriend is waiting for me and then came and sat in a car. She was about to say sorry to him but then she saw that it was Shu Sang and Shujin said that now when you have made me your boyfriend, then I will also wait. For some time I can act and went close to her. Fan who said don't come near me. I consider you a very respected person and he says is there any feelingless of a respected person. He was not letting her go and says I don't think you like the finance department too much. If you say, I can find you some other job. But she said I do a job, I don't come here to socialize. While leaving Shujing said if you need anything then definitely tell me. In the next scene Shusha handed a file to Wenji that it has to be delivered and also mixed sleeping pills in her water. After drinking the water she immediately went to deliver it. Here Shusha started worrying about her that I thought that after drinking the water she will sleep and will also forget to deliver, but she got up and went, if she has an accident. Then suddenly Shoes came in front of her, she told him this, while Shoes also immediately went after her. On the other hand Wenji's sleep had become bad and at one point, her eyes actually close, but the good thing was that Shu Jin reaches behind her on time and saves her from an accident. Wenji was fine but she had fainted. In the next scene, Shu Jing was waiting for her to regain consciousness. In the next scene, when she regained consciousness and saw Shu Jin, she asked where the file had gone. He said that the file has been delivered and if I had not reached on time, you could have died because you had drunk the water containing sleeping pills from the bottle. Hearing this, Wenji said that thank God, this time my luck was good and he says that I don't know about luck but did you not notice that I am protecting you at every point? Wenji made it clear to him that look, I am not the girl you are looking for, so it would be better not to expect anything from me. Then he got a call from Ling Wan who was calling him to a hotel. Shu Jin said that if it is very urgent, I will drop you. In the next scene, he dropped Wenji but this seeing the hotel, he remembered that Linghua often came to meet his girlfriend at this hotel who has been missing for the last 6 months. On the other hand, seeing Venji, he remembered something similar that Van Her used to come here to meet her boyfriend and both of them used to get romantic. With this, our episode ended.